Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Of course, I'm going to start off with thank you so very much for all your support. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, and subscribes. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear out this energy, and then we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us today. I don't know why I was hearing that song. Jump if you buck, jump if you buck, jump if you buck, if you buck, if you buck. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's what I'm hearing. I feel like it's almost like a fighting song. Like somebody like felt like that was big and bad, and they swung and missed, and somebody else was like boom. But I don't feel like it's a physical fight. I just feel like it's energy being returned. Hey, Shaylin. Bottom of the deck. Somebody is seeing beyond a given situation here. Jump if you buck. That's like, yeah, I see what you're doing. I see you. I see you. Sasha, go lay down. Go lay down. I said go lay down. Let me put her outside. Already. I do apologize. Go outside, girl. Go, 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 go. And don't be trying to do back in until after I'm finished. Go on, girl. There you go. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I do apologize. Whew. Somebody is seeing beyond a given situation, and they know it's hard for them to release some shit. Because you know what? This person finally understands who they are. Finally waking up to who they are, because they allow themselves to stop with the outside chatter. Stop listening to the outside chatter and quiet the mind. Somebody needed to listen to what their intuition was telling them. Yeah, it's like this whole situation. They know they can't change it or this person. It is what it is. But it was like, you know what? They was listening to somebody who was giving some great advice. They was listening to somebody who could see beyond that situation. It could clearly see both sides and like the intricate details, and even figure out what was even going on. This was that storyteller, and the story that they had was great and full, meaning that, you know what, it was believable. It was delivered with love. It was possibly sage advice. But whatever it was almost like it allowed this person like that spark to finally open up and see beyond a given situation, and they exposed and revealed lies. Somebody realized that they had been in that divine matrix for far too long, and they were succumbing to that rose's kiss, like the kiss of, I would say, like the kiss of death. You know how somebody gives you, it's like they, even though they kiss you, but they want to harm you. That kiss of death. That's that rose's kiss, coming from a straight up liar whose pants happen to be just about to catch on fire. Whatever this was, when this person woke up, it was like waking up a sleeping lion. What's the message, Spirit? Somebody woke up a sleeping lion, because this lion found out that they had been lied to all this time. This lion realized that they was doing things based on a lie. Yeah, and this is coming from like their family. This was their family. that had said the lie and kept up the lie. I'm telling you, somebody they woke up. This is somebody that they thought that, their family would have them in this tender embrace, but they found out it was just to keep them stuck in the matrix. Like I said, they realized that this Rose's kiss was not a kiss of "I love you," but it was a kiss of death, and for that they are grateful, because at least now they can extract themselves out of a situation they never really should have been in. It's almost like now this person feels like they are in tune to the universe, because it's like that third eye chakra is opened up. They're making sure they're working on themselves to open up all chakras. And whatever it is, it's bearing fruit. Whatever they're doing, they're bearing fruit. The more they open up, the closer they get. The closer they get, the more they see. The more they see, the more they understand that they were being lied to. It was all smoke and mirrors. Like I said, this was coming from somebody's family. Yep. But it's funny because somebody's now realizing that they're in perfect harmony with you. I mean, because you was already always beyond the ordinary. They're finding out that they actually have more in common with you than they were ever lied to believe before. Not led to believe, but lied to believe before. Because you know what? You have this gift that you can see the land in between. It's like you are able to speak freely with your ancestors, with spirits, with the Most High, and you're confident about the answers that you receive. This person has been wanting this, wanting to have the answers, wanting to find the answers, wanting to finally feel like they were on the right track, on the way, like they were finally on the right ship. This is somebody that had been wanting this for a long time. And now they feel like their dreams are coming true. Something about some earth magic. I feel like this is you, or this is somebody that felt like it was time for them to let magic happen underneath their feet by walking away. This could have been you. And it was the power of that purpose. That's what woke someone up. Like I said, their heart started waking up and they knew it was time for them to let something go. And it wasn't you that they needed to let go. Had you not walked away from this person would still be asleep. Grand Rising Marion. Had you not left, this person would still be in that slumber. One more card, Spirit. Yeah. And this person, it's almost like they're not even going to try and fight it. They're not going to try and argue. They're just going to accept it. It is what it is, because they can't change it. There's nothing about this situation that they can change. Bottom of the deck. Strength. Yeah, they have to be strong. Because they wake up and they realize they've been fighting a fight that they shouldn't even been fighting. Somebody has to wake up, because now they're seeing, I feel like this is kind of somebody that was trying to take control. This was somebody who was in control of a group. And somebody who's waking up was one of those people that was in that group. Because judgment has been called, and someone had learned a valuable lesson. Like I said, they woke up. They had to wake up, because the further they went, they found out that they was on the wrong track. They was not getting what they were promised to receive. They had to look at what was going on, and because somebody told them that this wasn't the relationship for them. They was like, you don't want that. You don't like sugar cookies like that. You like double fudge cookies. That's what you like. You don't like no sugar cookies. So yeah, it's almost like they had to realize who was causing the problems. I feel like this strength card, this was somebody who was trying to be a bully and trying to let's gather the troops. Come on, we're gonna everybody get your pitchfork. Let's go get them. It's how you have those groups, and it could be a family, because there's families like this that have those cliques. Hey, Miss Pretty Girl Swag, they got those cliques, and let somebody piss somebody off in the clique, especially the leader of that clique. That leader's gonna be like, okay, now this is the one we all harass. This is the one we go after. This is the one we call crazy. This is the one we do this to. This is the one we leave out. This is that one. I feel like that's the dog that's about to have a day. Only thing is, I feel like this dog is scared of the day that they have or going to have, because they're thinking about all those other days, all those other people, and all those ways that they wanted to have. They wanted to gather the troops around somebody to make somebody understand that you're going to hate the day that you piss me off. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Yeah. Somebody was told for a long time, don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. You ain't even got to worry about being loyal. You ain't got to worry about this. You ain't got to worry. That's good. You ain't got to do all that. Only to find out when it's all said and done, yes, they do. That's the one they wanted to be with. See, they put themselves in this sacrifice position where they sacrifice their happiness just to be a part of this crowd. You wasn't happy in the beginning. Because if you were happy in the beginning, or you even knew that you were happy, you would be like, I'm not down for that type of bullshit. Yeah, somebody was lied to. They were lied to believe. Yep. It's like this person didn't like how you were independent in thought, how you were independent in action, how you worked alone, how you were perfecting your craft. And your craft was spirituality. It was the truth. Hello, Infinity Collection. So nice to see you. The truth. Now this person, they are having a day that they deserve. And this person is now wishing that they could heal this entire family situation. The same family situation that they try to destroy. See, somebody that thought that they was going to end up with everything. Like, they wanted the money. That's all they wanted. They wanted this money. And that's why, and they didn't care what they wanted to have the inheritance, the money, the gift. They wanted to be the one that was looked upon as the top dog, the matriarch, the head honcho. This is that person, but this is also the person who was lying to people, misleading people, uh, just not even representing who they should have been. This is somebody who would steal. This is somebody who was stealing from you, whether it was a relationship, whether it was your money, whether it was your personal belongings. This person, it was worse than sticky fingers. And like I said, this judgment call was made. Somebody had to make a decision. They had to make a decision to get themselves out of this, because they realized it was all smoke and mirrors and there was nothing they could do to change it. This was a family, and that family, they wasn't going to listen to that one person. They ain't listening to nobody else, so why was they going to listen to that one person all of a sudden? What's the message, Spirit? The Emperor. This is who was in control. That's the one who was in control. That's the one who understands that the wheel of fortune is now turning out of their favor, because every dog has its day. Today just happens to be Fido's birthday. It's your day, Fido. What's the message, Spirit? Every dog has its day. When they see who the dog was, who the dog is. I feel like Spirit was disappointed. Could have been in this family, because this is somebody who rules the family. This is somebody who rules the land. And I feel like Spirit was very, very disappointed, because it was like somebody who was very spiritual felt the need to leave, felt the need to move, felt the need to protect themselves. And this was the one that this dog needed to get through that eye of the needle. Now somebody's trying to figure out how can they get through the eye of the needle, because they know they have a lot of stuff that they have to atone for. There's so much stuff they don't even remember half the stuff, but we do. They just know that they're asking God for forgiveness. And they're actually asking people for forgiveness. Them same people that they was stabbing them in their back, snaking them, stealing, lying on them, spreading false rumors, calling them out their name, talking to other family members. Oh, don't tell so-and-so, but Janice, she's really stupid. That kind of shit. But see, this person, they was watching you, and they see how, the longer you were by yourself, the stronger you became, the more successful you became, the more money you made, the higher your status, the more people that looked up to you. And this person, they were really jealous. They were really jealous, and they still are jealous, very jealous. Like seething mad that you were on your way. Hey, Aisha, this is why someone was trying to get people to work against you. They were trying to get people to work against you. They were talking about you. They were talking about, you think that they think they this, they think they that, they think they this and that and this and that. I'm telling you, somebody was really trying to do it. They was trying to hurt you. This could have been a mother talking about a daughter, trying to cause chaos, trying to put some type of burden on this person because somebody was not happy. But it wasn't you. Now, everybody's watching you. Everybody's looking. Everybody's listening. Everybody is sitting here simultaneously drinking tea with their pinkies raised to the moon. Okay? Everybody got their pinky finger lifted because not only are they watching you, they're figuring out, oh, that dog was lying the whole time. That dog lied. That motherfucker dog lied. That's when this King of Cups said enough is enough. They got to protect themselves. They said, you know what? Where do I unlist myself from this group? Because they knew that they was about to get some karma. It's like somebody did something without even asking this shit if it was true. You know how somebody was going around, they was making up shit, they was doing this, they was doing that, they was saying this, they was, well, don't, this goes between us. Don't tell nobody. This is just our secret. Hey, me and you, we buds, right? Someone realized, you know what? And they didn't even check shit out. They took that shit instead of them asking, you know, hey, was this true? They took the shit and they ran with it. They was like, oh my gosh, Karen's a hoe. Karen's a hoe. She does this. She does that. She does this. She does that. And they're telling everybody they're leaving her out. They're doing this. They're doing that because somebody lied on her. Only to find out it was all a lie. It was all made up. It was all make believe. Now somebody is sitting there feeling like an asshole if there is not an asshole to be feeling like, because people are sitting there looking at this father figure like, you motherfucker. Why would you lie on your own child? Or if it wasn't a child, it was somebody from a long time. Why would you do this? Somebody's realizing that they did too much. They're looking at all this shit that they did. And all of this is coming back. And they're trying to explain all this shit right here to somebody. They're trying to explain this shit. Because people was asking about, well, what about all this shit? Out of everything that they told these people, there was only one thing that was true. And that was your first and last name. That's it. The rest of that shit was made up. And everybody's like, okay, but what about all this shit? How come this, that, and the other? That's why somebody realized why you left. And guess what? Somebody's following in your footsteps. They have the idea that it's time for them to leave too. Because instead of them doing you right, they held back. They held back from you. Now this person is afraid that if they come up towards you, you're going to be like, what the fuck you want? Ain't those your friends? Ain't that your family? Ain't that the people that you believe? Because you sure the fuck didn't ask me nothing. You didn't ask me if this was even right. You were just like, Karen is a hoe. Karen is a thief. Karen this, Karen that. They didn't ask nothing. Now somebody want to do some investigation. Now they want to go and they want to take a closer look. Now they want to figure shit out, and they find out that if somebody was out for your blood. In your family. This is when someone said, it's time for me to go. It's time to go. There is like nothing else that this person can do. There's nothing else this person even wants to do. It's just time for them to go. They realized that, you know what, you was an earth angel. You was an earth angel. And that shit that you was working on, they were sitting there so busy talking about what you was working on, what you was doing, what you was perfecting this, you was perfecting that. What you was perfecting was this. Your empress status. That's what you was perfecting. There wasn't no other shit. Yes, for real. You know, that's what you was working on. Maturity. Your empress status. Your money. Loving. Raising your kids. You know, maybe you was working on whatever. Hey, K hyphen. And now this person feels real stupid because you know what? They ain't asked no questions. This shit didn't even sound believable, but they went out and they spread this bullshit. And now this is where they at. Now that's where they at. Now somebody they feel like they need to work on their control. They need healing from their control issues. They need to try not to be so control. Shouldn't have. They're like, why did I do this? Why did I go around and say too much? Because everybody sure the fuck did eat that shit up. They was like, what? Word? Damn. Now somebody understand that,